Hello everyone, this is Sudsy Wolf here. You might know me from the Sim community forums, as well as the Discord channel for this game, being the Lord of the Rings The Living Card game. I thought I might make a video today of myself playing through the King of Carrion encounter, just detailing little pieces of advice or tips that I've discovered while playing through the encounter, to help anyone who's new to the game or otherwise maybe struggling a bit with the encounter. Just a side note, before we get started, this is my first video with my voice in it, so I apologise if I stumble a little bit. I'll also try to keep my Australian accent dialed down a bit and so that you can understand me better. Anyway, let's get into it. The deck I'm running is my Toss the Dwarf deck. It is up on RingsDB, but I will put it in the description below so you can link directly to it. But if you want to copy it from the video, I'll bring it up for you here. Just to quickly outline how the deck runs, so we're bringing Tactics, Law, and Spirit. Gimli from Tactics is such a good character for high damage output. He himself goes up to 3 attack, but he brings with him a lot of damage boosting attachments like Dwarven Axe, which is great on him. We have Ranger Spear and Raiment of War. Ranger Spear and Raiment of War also have good damage reduction in the form of block and health gain as well. Law, Faramir is a fantastic hero to use for challenge mode because he has an ability, a vanquish ability to draw cards, which is really relevant because in challenge mode you only draw one card each turn, so he kind of balances out that card draw a little bit. But on top of that, he also brings a lot of really good cards from the Law Sphere. We have Ithilien Lookout, who's just a fantastic all-rounder ally. We have Longbeard Mapmaker, who I think is a very underrated hero. Ally, who boosts the willpower of other characters, which is really quite handy, especially when you use against like Arwen or the Northern Survivor. We also have the healing cards like Imladra's Caregiver, Lemur's Bread, and Baelon's Hospitality. With Erwin, we have the Spirit Sphere, and she brings a lot of threat reduction, which is quite important for this quest because it buys us time. So we have the Watchful Peace, Galadriel's Handmaiden, as well as some little tricks like Unexpected Courage and the Star Brooch. It'll really help us to sort of get the most out of our willpower characters. Apart from that, we're also running a single copy of Gandalf and a single copy of Narya. Alright, so that's that. Let's get to it. See how we go. Now I will skip through a lot of the story stuff because I highly recommend anyone who's playing through to just, at least for the first time, to really pay attention to the story because it's quite epic and cool.
I am commanded to slay all whom I find in this land.
Do what you will, but I will hinder it if I may.
Okay, so as far as my opening hand goes, I want really low cost cards. I'll explain why I want low cost cards in a bit, but for this opening hand, this is quite good. I think we're going to get rid of Bayon and Imladra's Caregiver though. These three are quite good to have this early on. Let's see what we get. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so if you are a new player, the first thing I highly recommend that you do is to read through all the threat events and the fate meter events. The threat events are really good to pay attention to because they're all the really nasty stuff that's going to happen throughout your quest. And it's a good idea to sort of know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, so you can either plan for it or otherwise just prepare to deal with it, I guess. As far as the the fate meter, it's a good idea to know what's there available for you. These are usually really powerful. Especially this guy, I'm going to try and get him out on the first round. Because we have it, I'm probably going to run Faint out on the Warg. That's fine. And we're going to use Gimli to take out Vicious Warg. Wow. Fair enough. Alrighty. Let's try and take out one of these
No
wolves.
living man am I.
Actually, we might even be able to take out both.
So
Just
be
handy.
it.
Extra card? Okay, that's fine. Oh, nasty. But actually, that's really, really handy for us. That's probably one of the worst cards in, at least personally I've found, one of the worst cards in this quest. Evil Storm, which just gets rid of every event that's in your hand. There is only one copy of this card in Sauron's deck, so the fact that we get rid of it now is really quite good. Because it means that we can set up later on with more spicy tricks. Okay, so what I think I'll do now is I'm going to play the Westfold Outrider to get some more damage out.
To the defense of the many. We stand strong.
Now, it is unfortunate that we don't have the Northern Survivor out yet. I think it'll be fine. We just have to get him out this turn. Ow. That's always unfortunate to see that card early on, especially in this quest. So we're going to take that one.
Be it.
Okay. Goodbye, Westfold Outrider. You will be missed. We're going to get out Galadriel's Handmaiden. It'll buy us an extra turn.
Light of Erendir's
Because
star.
this threat event is particularly hard to avoid, and it's quite nasty too. I almost always go for the remove 3 cards from the hand, just because I prefer that. But it is unfortunate we will lose Narya if we go with that option. Just means that we won't have a permanent Gandalf later on. But I am planning on getting Raiment of War, so it actually works out pretty well that I can play Ithilien Lookout this turn, and then start the next turn, get Raiment of War out on Gimli straight away, which will be quite handy, I think. Do that wolf. Now we get this one out.
Trust in my aid.
No living man am I.
Okay. Awesome that we get 5 willpower out on this objective straight away, which is handy. Oh. Oh. I don't know why I didn't play that. I was pretty dumb. I don't want to lose Northern Survivor, so I think we're going to sacrifice Galadriel's Handmaiden. Which is perfectly fine. We want all our weak allies to die on this scenario. Okay. Not bad. Now, the question is, do I really want the Lembas bread? I think I do. So what I might do is hit there. Hit there so we get the unexpected courage trigger. And then do that. So we can heal up and gain 2. Which will allow us to then ready up Irwin again. Another
Smite you
hit
if
on
you
the
touch him.
objective.
So be it.
Okay, alright. So, with this threat event, I learnt the hard way. It is important to have at least one card in your hand if you are planning to do the option to discard from the hand, because it says up to 3. If you have 0 cards in your hand, you are forced to take this option. So, we're going to have to get rid of Naya. Okay. That's not bad. I'll block here. I'll clear this ice.
I will smite you if you touch him.
I kind of do want to clear this objective now, because I don't want the damage to go on to Northern Survivor. I want to keep him alive if I can, and the reason why is I'm planning on trying to trigger this threat event on this round, in the hopes that I can have a board state that literally doesn't worry about this. But I don't know if I want to use the Lembus to do it. Because I can save the Lembus for him if I want. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
So be it.
Right. Hit that. Oh, that's nasty. But it's actually not the worst, because if we deal with this, again, this is another one of those really nasty cards that Sauron's deck includes, but it's only got 1 copy of. So that once we deal with it, we don't have to worry about it again. So I'm thinking that, because we're going to trigger this off anyway, let's throw the Athelian Lookout under the buff to get that reciprocal damage. There we go. Now again, we can just take care of him, which is handy. Okay. The other option is that I wouldn't mind having an extra card. So let's hit with Erwin. I'm guaranteed to be staying here another round. Not bad, actually, not bad at all. We are going to put that one. Do we want it on Faramir? Or Erwin? I'm going to put it on Erwin. One thing I have found about this quest is that most of Sauron's enemies tend to be either 6 health or 3 health. So it's a really good idea to have something that can do 3 points of damage, as well as something that can do 6 points of damage. That'll sort of really help be able to clear most of what Sauron can play. Okay. That was a really good card for us to get. We're going to put that on Faramir. So we're in 3-6. So, what I might do is block with Faramir, because he's got self-preservation on him, so I'm not too worried about that at the moment. We can fade up with Erwin, which I probably actually shouldn't have done. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, first misplay. Should have done this first. Now, I've seen a lot of people choose or opt to do this fate event on this first scenario. I don't actually like doing that. I prefer this one you need to get because it's location specific. But I think it's actually a better one to save for the next scenario. And there's a reason for that, which I'll detail in a moment. Okay. Chuck that out to heal him.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Ooh, nasty. Deal with that straight away. It's handy. Oh, that's nasty. That's right, because we've got this.
I will smite
Okay,
you
that.
if you touch him.
Get up there. Yes, I'll explain why I prefer to leave this one until next round. So we have a full fate. Well, not once we do this. And then I think I'll block with her. Him. Yeah, ready to go. Okay, it's really good. I should have mentioned that you really don't want more than 2 allies when you leave that previous scenario, because the campfire is going to come down, and also you want to have room for Mr. Radagast,
I am a stranger in these parts.
which is just super good. And I love having Northern Survivors, because now we have a 6-point swing on willpower. And so ideally I want to keep him alive for the next scenario too. So we've got her blocking, so we don't need to worry about any nasty attacks. I'm going to hit this warg, vicious warg.
If you touch him.
Really? That's an interesting choice. That's a very interesting choice. Why did you do that? No.
So be it.
Okay. That seems like a wise, doesn't it? Excellent.
No living
Okay,
man.
so remember why I didn't want to use this is because it costs 6, right? Incidentally, this guy is also 6. Straight up. Boom. And we have a Soul Rouge. Awesome. Now what's really handy is we've got Ulveskold, which is really, really handy on the final scenario, because the final boss of this quest is a wolf. So Ulveskold will exhaust him. It's also really handy that we got rid of that Evil Storm card early on, which gets rid of all events. But there's only one of that card in Soul's deck. We know that we can hold on to Ulveskold for the entire game and save it for that final scenario. So I think that's going to be really handy for us. It's also really handy because we can pop this to get the Firebrands, which we also get to keep for as long as we want because of getting rid of that other card. Why not? Perfect. We're in a really good position right now. We've got, the only thing we need now is for Gimli to have his Dwarven Axe, which should be turning up pretty soon. And we have a 4 meter. Awesome. Hey, speak of the devil. Perfect. This is what I mean by this 6 health threshold. Now that Gimli's permanently on 6 damage, he can deal with any of those really super nasty threats that Sauron can play. And because we have plenty of 3 damaging heroes, we can deal with all those wargs as well, those vicious wights. And getting this, the second copy, is also really good. Chuck it on her. Not much we can do, so let's just pass the turn. Oh, I suppose I could have gotten this straight away. I'm in a bit of a habit of not triggering any sort of events that give you actions before I really need to, because again, I've been hit too many times by that Evil Storm card that gets rid of all events from my hand. So it's always good to sort of only trigger events like this when you don't have to worry about cards like Evil Storm. I just haven't done it because it's like it's a bit of a habit of mine to not do it. So I mean, I can do it now, which is perfectly fine. Why not? That way we can build up to a full 8 meter again.
So be it.
That's perfect. That is so perfect. Why not? Nothing we can do, so let's just end the phase. Not even one. Oh, I believe I double block. Okay, now I know that.
So be it.
Oh, ow, ow. So, what I'm going to do here is, I don't really want to keep Imladge's caregiver at such a low health. This is why, as soon as I travel to the next stage, she's going to get killed, he's going to get killed by a simple white, which will just make another white on the board. So I'm just going to clear out that space, heal up my Northern Survivor,
You need not worry about anything for the present.
and then block with her. Okay.
No living man am I.
Really? Why didn't you go for this one? Really weird.
Behold
my
the light
threat a
of
little bit.
Arundel's star.
not a problem. Longbeard. Mapmaker.
My happy key!
Again, not a problem.
So be it.
Oh wow. Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, you're about to see why Longbeard Mapmaker is so good.
I will smite you if you touch him.
Okay. We're gonna play and get rid of this one because she's too low on health.
These parts are not.
Now we're gonna power onto the Northern Survivor twice. Which means he gets 2 hits of 7 willpower, which is just so cool. I wish I could do it again, but oh well. Yeah, let's do this. Again, I really don't want to keep low health softy allies because they're only going to prove to be a pain when they're spoiling whites out for the opponent or Sauron. Let's get this train rolling again. Okay. The only preparation event that Sauron has is the one to cancel a event. So we're gonna bait that out by using one of these because we don't want to forget about it and have it cancel out reverse gold. Fine. Perfect. Perfectly fine. That's typical. It's fine.
I will smite you if you touch him.
So be it!
So we're going to bait that out. Yep, there it is. Good to go. Get him out.
Nothing passes unnoticed.
I'm going to block with him. 21 up. Okay. Looking pretty good.
Silence for
Right. Now I have found that there is a good trick to this encounter. Of course there's this 11 Fate event to just flat out defeat Mordrau. Now it's important to note that Mordrau has 3 versions. Every time you kill him he swaps to a different version. On the 3rd one he actually kills all of the enemies that are on the board. So what we're going to do is try and get Sauron to pass the turn before we start killing Mordrau, because if you kill him before Sauron passes the turn, every time he comes back, he gets another attack. So if we can force Sauron to pass, then we have free reign to just take out Mordrau and only take literally no hits from him. So Really? Where's that going? It doesn't matter. Just gonna waste a card here, so... Still got more cards. Yes. Oh. So do I. One thing that is also interesting that I found with this quest is that I think that the threshold for getting a perfect score with total threat is actually 38 and not 39 like most other quests. I could be wrong, but I think it's important to finish the quest with your threat meter no higher than 38, which I think we're gonna do perfectly fine here. So Sauron's passed, and now we get free reign over Wardrow. We can wallop on him. This is gonna be ridiculous, actually. Kills every enemy. Complete overkill. And with that, we have completed it.
Mud.
Done. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of it. Please let me know what you think. If you have any comments or criticisms, please let me know. I plan on potentially making some more videos. I'd like to do a sort of tutorialized video of the No Allies deck and achievement, as well as maybe some fun little videos like super low threat meter on Journey Down the Endorn or something like that. Let me know what you think. Hopefully I'll see you again. Catch ya.